Can I get you anything? Nothing? Are you certain? I'm sure we have something you like. We have quite the selection of drinks here, all included, of course. Perhaps you'd like to try a glass of Mad Velour, some orange puff, or maybe just a few drops of Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. We also have a wide selection of craft beer from more than 20 different worlds, and a very strong, dare I say it, moonshine of my own making, named Potato Bliss. You're spoiled for choice on the Aries. But I do sense that you are not here to get blind drunk tonight. So, perhaps I could suggest something else. If you like cocktails, most of them are not very strong. I can prepare a small selection so you can taste a few different ones. It will do you good, I think. After all, the best way to maintain a balanced diet is to have one cocktail in each hand. How do you like the ship so far? Have you explored much? It's pretty big, isn't it? You won't run out of things to do for quite some time. It always seems a bit crowded at first, when we've just left the spaceport. But after a few weeks, a good amount of the passengers will have chosen cryosleep, and the ship becomes calmer, more spacious, more mellow. Most passengers are going to get there at 3, our final destination, so a little over a 3-year transit. It's a very popular colony. I can understand that a lot of passengers don't want to wait 3 years of their lives to get there. How about you? Do you plan to stay up or sleep for the next 3 years? If I were you, I would stay up for a little longer at least, just to experience the ship and all it has to offer, and to see how you like it when the crowd thins a little bit. The work hard, play hard type might get bored, but if you enjoy a slower pace, fewer people around, deep conversations, and plenty of time to relax or dive into whatever hobby enriches you, then you might as well stay up. Give it some time, see how you like it, then decide. Alright, to start off, I'll pour you a strawberry buzzer. It's our most popular cocktail, light and fresh, with sweet strawberries and just a bit of rum, syrup, and lime juice. Rum and strawberries is a fabulous pairing. Give it a sip. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you did look a bit lost when you walked in here. I saw it straight away. You're not comfortable in crowds, are you? I do get the occasional introvert seeking refuge here, because of the calm atmosphere, I suspect. You might enjoy the ship more in a week or so. Until then, this place can be your haven when you're away from your quarters. My little corner of the ship is usually pretty calm. Might be because of the color choice. Purple is both warm and calming, and I prefer to play soft, ambient music. People who just want to party don't come here. They go to one of the nightclubs where there's room to dance. I want my bar to be a place where passengers can come to unwind, relax, and just hang out. And try some delicious and exclusive drinks, of course. This one is called Unholy Hopper. Well shaken, as I'm sure you noticed. It's sweet and mild at first, not too strong, and the color is almost a luminescent bluish white. But as you keep sipping it will get darker and darker, and the sweetness will transform and sour until the very last drops burns deliciously bitter with a lemony tang. I like to create drinks that changes as you drink them, so you never know what the next sip will be like. Keeps your mind somewhat present in the moment as well, so you can really enjoy the drink. What do you think? Do you like it? I thought you might. I enjoy guessing what people are like, what drinks they'll enjoy. I get it right more often than not. I like to imagine that I've developed a certain flair for it. After years and years of bartending and people watching. I love people watching. It's half the reason I became a bartender. Everyone comes here, eventually. It's the best bar on the ship, after all. So I get to interact with a lot of different people. This is a good place to unwind, and you can see people's natural behavior best when they are relaxed and happy. That's what I like to think, at least. That we are truly ourselves when we are happy. Next up, and to show you just how exclusive we are, I'll give you something that is not a cocktail. It's a small glass of Ashen Ale, a dark beer as you can tell by the name. It looks almost black, but if you can raise it to the light, you can see a warm, golden glow. It's a stout with a long brew time, flavorful, but not as heavy as you'd expect. You probably haven't tasted anything quite like it before. Savor it. These drops would be quite expensive if we weren't an all-inclusive ship, so I don't offer much to each customer. Ashen Ale was the favorite drink of Dorrit Riggs, the famous author. Yes, the one who wrote The Cyborg That Came In From the Cold. He came here almost every night during his transit and paid extra for the Ashen Ale. He is the most peculiar man I've ever met. Drank like a sponge, but never got visibly drunk. Might have had an implant to prevent it. He could sit in one of the observatories and stare out at the nebula for hours, or sit right here in the bar and rework one paragraph of his next novel for a whole night. He stayed up for the whole 3 years. Apparently, he came on this voyage just to write in peace. He told me he wanted to take all the bloody time he needed for once and not be rushed. I've had corporate jobs before, so I get it. For the ones who choose to stay up and not use their cryo chamber at all, this journey is a break from the rat race. When you suddenly find yourself with plenty of time and all your needs fulfilled, you have a rare opportunity. Sure, you could while away your time and not do anything in particular, but Dorrit would have called that a waste, I think. When you have everything you need, including time, that gives you a unique freedom to explore an interest, develop a passion, learn a new skill, to do whatever you want, but slowly, without rushing it, and without deadlines or expectations. Whatever you want to spend your time on, let it unfold naturally at its own pace and simply from interest, not necessity. You appear to have finished your drink. What should I serve you next? I want you to try something with a little kick this time. Pineapple Slammer. No, not that one. Wasabi Thriller is also a bit much, I think. If you liked the Strawberry Buzzer, you might like my Fancy Pants Grog. That's also rum, but no, too sweet and mild. I've got it. Give me just 1 minute. Here, give this one a try. I named it Rotten Temper, tomato red and with a spicy kick at the end of each sip. Its secret ingredient is a spice that is grown underground somehow on Athlon 4, one of our regular stops, so it's easy enough to restock. It doesn't have many other uses, but for the Athlons, it's part of some coming-of-age ritual, I believe. Other than that, it's supposedly good for your immune system. Let me know when you're starting to reach your limits, okay? Because you need to make room for one last drink. Perfect one to finish the evening. I don't know how much you've explored the ship, but I can tell you a few places an introvert might like. I assume that you're already familiar with the shopping streets and restaurants, and I don't think that's where you want to spend the bulk of your time. So, for a more relaxing experience, the arboretums are a given. We have several of them, spread out in different locations around the ship. When you approach any one of them, the ceiling and walls around you will gradually expand and appear to melt away until you step out, and that's what it feels like, into an open space filled with plants. It genuinely feels like being outside. One of the arboretums is intentionally kept quite overgrown. Walking into it is like exploring a dense forest with small walking paths and benches everywhere. The others are more open. All of them have a day and night cycle. That's what the plants need. And the little lanterns that light up the night, combined with the starry sky projected onto the ceiling far above, makes it very cozy and atmospheric at night. A bit mysterious as well. Next to the smallest of the arboretums is a tiny snack bar. It's kind of tucked away at the side, and it only has a few tables and bar stools, but it has a great view of the arboretum. It's like looking out on a landscape. I think you might like it. The illusion is very convincing. On deck 5, there's a library. I know everyone has access to an extensive media library in their quarters, but this is different. The library on deck 5 has actual, physical books made from real paper, a collection of over 20,000 titles. It's still a pretty small place, but it has bookshelves made from real wood, deep, comfortable chairs that you can sink into, hanging plants and foliage, and plenty of cozy little nooks all around. And best of all, it's supposed to be quiet all the time. It's like a room. Isn't that amazing? You're not allowed to remove any books from the library, but it's always open so you can go there to relax with a paper book anytime. It also has a coffee bar with the best barista on the whole ship, in my opinion anyway. Here, this is a Buttercup Kiss, bright yellow with small green stripes. It's like a meadow of yellow flowers, hence the name. This drink feels like being outside on a spring day, if you live in a place with 4 seasons, that is. Imagine when the landscape finally explodes with life again after a long, dark winter. That's what this drink feels like. Comforting and vibrant at the same time. The illusion of stepping outside into nature is important both for the passengers and the staff. You feel cooped up without it, and it's not good for your mental health. The Aries has done well on that account. Working on a ship like this is a way of life for many of us. And since I have my own little kingdom or queendom here in my bar, I'm perfectly comfortable, settled, and stuck in my ways, I suppose. I don't miss being on a planet, and I don't plan to go planet-side until I retire. Not as long as I can stay here on the Aries. And if you do decide to stay awake on our trip and visit my little queendom from time to time, I'll be very happy to serve you more drinks. You still haven't tried Kiwi Lord, Wasabi Thriller, or Frozen Howler. Those are some of my personal favorites. If I were you, I would spend my time here reconnecting with myself. You could explore half-forgotten interests from your youth as a way of finding back to yourself. Peel off the layers that have been added to you by your job, society's demands and expectations, and start drawing again, or writing, or cooking, whatever you did as a kid or later in life but haven't done for years. Something that you could get engulfed in for hours and hours. Whatever used to make you happy. It's still there, you know, inside of you. Spend your days on the Aries, exploring your passions and interests, and spend your evenings in my bar. Deal? Deal. Are you ready for your last drink? I'm thinking you might round off the evening with a glass of blue Dusk. It's a soft and calming drink with a velvety mouthfeel. It has a mild, fruity flavor with a bit of ginger and cinnamon, and it will help you sleep when you get back to your quarters. It's perfectly fine for you to drink it now. It takes a while for the drowsiness to set in, but when it does, you will fall asleep so gradually. It will be like sinking slowly down through a calm blue sea and finally resting on the soft sand of the seabed, caressed by the ocean. The drink is also cleansing, so you'll wake up refreshed instead of hungover. That's why I always recommend it as the last drink of the evening. It even looks like the ocean, with a soft, deep blue color and a light sandy brown at the bottom. Enjoy your nightcap and sleep well.